Join me as I dive into the reasons why I'm challenging myself to sell my Sofi stock right now for maximum profit. You know, if you're an investor like me, you've probably been following Sofi stock's performance closely, wondering what to do with your shares. The truth is, I've been thinking about selling mine for a while now, and I think you should consider doing the same. In today's market, holding on to Sofi stock might not be the wisest decision. Interest rates are rising, and that's always a challenge for companies like Sofi that rely heavily on lending. Not to mention the increased competition in the fintech space, which is making it harder for Sofi to maintain its market share. Add to that the recent regulatory changes, and you've got a perfect storm that could negatively impact Sofi's stock value. It's essential to recognize these signs and consider adjusting our investment strategy accordingly. The longer we hold on to the stock, the higher the risk of losing value. Furthermore, Sofi's business model is heavily reliant on student loan refinancing, which is a sector that's been facing significant headwinds lately. With the ongoing pandemic and its impact on the global economy, it's likely that this trend will continue in the short term. As investors, we need to be aware of these risks and take action to protect our portfolios. There's no room for emotional attachment when it comes to investments. We need to be ruthless and make decisions based on cold, hard facts. I'm not saying Sofi is a bad company by any means. They've been doing some fantastic work in the fintech space. However, as investors, we need to be realistic about the current market conditions and their potential impact on Sofi's stock performance. It's essential to separate our emotional attachment to a particular company from the harsh realities of the market. We need to be willing to adapt and make changes to our investment strategy as needed. Sofi's recent financial performance has been steady, but not exactly spectacular. The company's growth has been slow, and the earnings reports haven't been exactly what analysts were expecting. Add to that the fact that the fintech space is getting increasingly crowded, and you've got a recipe for disaster. I'm not saying Sofi is going to go bankrupt or anything drastic, but I am saying that the writing is on the wall. It's time to reevaluate our position and consider selling. When you examine the market trends and recent news, it becomes clear that Sofi stock might not be the best investment opportunity right now. With interest rates rising and the fintech space getting more competitive, it's essential to be cautious and consider alternative investments that might offer better returns. I know it's hard to let go of a stock that's been performing well in the past, but we need to be realistic about the current market conditions and make decisions based on facts, not emotions. Sofi's stock has been trading at a high valuation for a while now, and I believe that selling now could help you lock in some of those gains before the market corrects itself. If you're like me and have been holding on to Sofi stock for a while, it might be tempting to hold out for a higher price. But the truth is, the longer we hold on to it, the higher the risk of losing value. By selling now, you can maximize your profits and redeploy that capital into other investments that might offer better returns. So, to recap, I believe that selling Sofi stock now is the smartest move for investors. The current market conditions, combined with Sofi's recent financial performance and the fintech space's increased competition, make it a risky investment. By selling now, you can lock in your gains and avoid potential losses down the line. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you're an investor with Sofi stock, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think it's time to sell, or are you holding out for a higher price? Let me know. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more investment insights and market analysis. I'll catch you all in the next video.